Hello, this is Renee Manfrey. It is January 2025, January 1st. And I'm excited to where this is my first live. And my goal is to create a live at least once a day for the next 365 days. My goal with everything that I'm doing this year is to really kind of do a breakdown of all the things that I feel just from even myself, also for potential clients and individuals to take this year, 2025, to really make it the best year
I didn't understand
of
that.
your life. And when I do these lives or when I do any videos or anything, it's really just to give individuals the permission to move forward, to really look at your life from the perspective of where is it that you want to be? And on a daily basis, just taking small daily actions. And I'm at this point to where over the course of the year, you're seeing so many different people coming on about, the same basic concepts that you probably hear over and over and over. And still some people, because of their belief system, they don't really take action. Because they don't believe enough in themselves, or they may be limited on maybe some instructions on certain things to do to move in the direction that they're trying to go. So I find a lot of people are stuck. They stay basically in the same position because they don't really believe enough in themselves that it can be. And I share with this today's, and I'm going to share with you my LinkedIn. I create articles, if not a couple a week. And the reason I find LinkedIn for myself is a great platform is because it's just an incredible ability where you can have different things on one place. And with the attention deficit that majority of people are having because you have all of these platforms, I just find that LinkedIn is the best platform. I don't say that for nothing else besides my career in various, several different businesses, things of that nature, that you have all these different platforms and you have Instagram and TikTok. And that's kind of like more of an awareness, I would feel. So to give you some basic pointers just for this beginning part, that you have to really get familiar with the platforms. If you want to succeed in any business or any idea, whether it's coaching, whether you have a small business, you're an electrician, plumber, carpenter, whatever it may be, you have to look at these platforms as your opportunity to promote and market yourself. It's like having your own TV show. And that's where, when I look at Gary Vee, I follow Gary Vee on a daily basis. I follow Shanae Murray. There's a whole bunch of different people that you're going to see as you're connecting to me on LinkedIn. You're going to start seeing more of these individuals that I learn from, that I find that most people might not be paying attention to. And again, when I talk to individuals that are outside this platform, many people don't realize what LinkedIn is really doing. They don't realize the power of LinkedIn. They don't realize the power of YouTube or the social media channels, mainly because a lot of people are just not being exposed, right? And when you're not exposed to something, you're in the dark. And it's just like the school system, that because the school systems don't teach these basic things that we're teaching as entrepreneurs and leaders that are on this platform, that they're in the dark because they don't really understand, why should I be doing that? Why should I be doing videos? Why should I be? So I want to make today very clear on 2025. If you want to be successful, you've got to put the time into educating yourself, learning, and exposing yourself to different things and different people. So you may look at this channel and say, what is this guy talking about? And you may go through this whole video. And if you go through this whole video, I promise you, you're going to understand where I'm going with this in a few minutes, that all I'm trying to do is really try to make it simpler for people to understand why these platforms are so incredible for your business or your brand. Let's talk about your brand, just starters. When you look at yourself, you are nothing but a brand. So when people think about your name, what do you want people saying about you? Do you want them to say that, hey, that person's really helped me out and brought me value? Do you want to say that? Do you want them to say, oh, that person's lazy or they're a crook or whatever it may be, right? So you just understand it's all you have in this world is your name. And I learned this from a young age that I just looked at my name and myself, that if I can make the people around me happier, they like me because I'm just a good kid. I was trying not to be negative or burden, I guess you can say, on the people around me or my family. So I always looked at my young years that I was a little chubby, right? You know, I had a little insecurities. But at the same time, the way I overcame those insecurities, that I gave more value. And I know that might sound strange to you, but if you're in the same place, just like myself, maybe, that you look at your life sometimes and say, you know what, I might not be the smartest kid in the room or the smartest employee for the company, or I might not have all these different traits or skills. But what you do is you overpower those skills by adding value in areas where you can, until you learn those skills. And that's where I feel that has helped myself, but also many people who are around me and exposed to from successful people. We all have insecurities. We all have things or challenges in our lives that are keeping us from moving because we don't feel like we deserve it, or we don't feel that we're at that point, right? But when you really start looking back down and just say, okay, what is it that I can do? And that's where being a good employee comes in, being a good friend, being a good parent, being a good part of the team, right? So some individuals want to be entrepreneurs, but hey, you have to first start off with where you are. So before you can be an entrepreneur or a business person or a self-employed, whatever it may be, you have to start where you are and bring as much value you can to the organization that you're with. So as an employee in today's world, hey, you have options, but you got to put in a little bit of extra time. You go to work, and if you take the time at work and just learn some different things on your break times or ask questions, always try to figure out how can I excel, you can find yourself in a higher position over a period of time because you're bringing value and you're asking questions, you're curious. And I put some things into I'm going to pop up my newsletter I created this morning, that I find that there's a movie, The Forge. And if you haven't watched it, I was blessed to watch it last night and really just open my eyes up to reality of really what people are going through, kids especially. Kids have this, they're not exposed to as much as we were in our younger years. I was exposed to, my father was a part of an oil refinery, and he was part of the archdiocese for church. We had a lot of friends, and my older brothers and my sister had a lot of friends. So I guess I find that I was exposed to things that some people might not have been blessed with, right? And I take that for granted sometimes, but I'm going back through my life as I'm writing a book, and I'm getting to the process to where I'm really understanding where it all started. And it really all started with the power of just watching my dad and how he treated people and how people liked him, and how we were always, everywhere we go, you know, I just felt like I was proud of my dad. And then he was always saying great things about me, my brothers, etc. Right. And it's like, I didn't realize it at the time, but a lot of kids don't get that. They don't get that, that relationship that they have with a father. Sometimes life has changed. Right. Then you have the workspace. You're in this movie, you're going to see the kids, you know, basically being told by the mom, you have to go out there and get a job. You have to get a job, right? And some of these kids walk in not dressed good, with a kind of a different personality. And in this movie, you're going to see how the transformation of just walking in and being presentable, and how a handshake, eye connection. But I do see that a lot of kids or young adults or even adults don't have these basic skills. Character, willing to just serve, and just treating people how you want to be treated. And it takes a little time. So I hope that you're getting some of the message, but I ask you for 2025 to really dig deep down inside and say, okay, what is it on a daily basis that I can do that I can change my life? Today's your first day. You have 365 days. Every day has 24 hours. So in those 24 hours, you have to be intentionally figuring out, okay, this is where I want to be at the end of the year, but I have to do these little things on a daily basis to get me to where I want to be. Now, you might not make all the money you want to make by the time you're at the end of the year, but let's just say 2025, you can start today and just read a few little things. Now, again, I'm not going to be biblical on you, but the Bible is really the first book I recommend to everyone just to start reading. I'm not the perfect Bible person to ask for every verse. I do live my life the best way I can, saying that if I can help enough people around me get what they want, I'll get what I want. And I believe that's my calling. That's my God's calling. That's what I feel I'm in this world to where I can take this strength and this belief and this superpower that I have that has helped me through the years of everything from struggles, financial, relationships, physical, close to death, everything that I've been through in my life. I find that I am just in my mind, I have this incredible belief that I can just do whatever I want to do and can do. And don't misunderstand. I have made mistakes just like everyone else. I still make mistakes just like everyone else. There's still certain things that I'm not getting about certain things, especially this online world and this online business world, right? Because it's a little bit more mechanics to it. In my day, it was basically, we just started off building relationships. I walked up to, opened a door in a company, walked in, introduced myself, and I got a job. And once I got that job, I just worked hard. I showed up on time. I dressed right. I took a shopping, all the things that I thought that when I show up, I want people to know, hey, I'm here. I'm here to give. I'm here to serve. I'm here. Hey, you need something, let me know. I'll take care of it. That was my personality. And that's still my personality. That's why some people ask me, saying, why do you do so many things? Because I can. And I find myself to where I do it because I'm curious, for one. I don't really turn down too many things or too many conversations, because the more conversations I get into, the more I learn. So some people are I don't want to talk about that. Well, sometimes if you talk about it, it helps you understand. So I have individuals coming to me all the time that are asking me about their business, or if I can research and do this. And I'm always open, because as a consultant, I want to help people. And if I can't help them if I don't understand it. Now, if I basically understand it, then I start looking at connections that I have and resources that I've made through my years, or reach out and find other resources like here on LinkedIn or YouTube or different people within our communities. And that helps with me being able to move faster. Not saying my consulting business or everything that I say as a coach is the perfect thing, but once I get to know a person and start understanding where they are and what they're trying to do, certain things, I would say 90% of the things, I can pretty much help a person go from start to getting close to finish. But there are certain things I reach out because I have relationships, partners, strategic partnerships, that I find that these individuals are part of my team. So I built this world of mine to where, okay, if I don't have the people in my life, I'm going to find the people. And some individuals don't know how to aggressively or intentionally do that. And I don't know, again, if it's the belief system. So in the belief system that we have, you have to really kind of get in your mind saying, hey, I might not know everything, but don't be afraid to ask. And some people might not ask me because they're afraid that whatever I'm going to charge them or something. I tell everyone, just ask. And there are some things I can give, majority of things I give for free. Majority of my time I give for free, because I don't really need to have every person pay me for every question they have. Right now, if I'm going to put in time and energy and resources into something, yes, we're going to sign a contract. We're going to sign an agreement, but that's a decision that we make together. Say, hey, do we want to be in partnership together? It's just like dating. So just the world we live in is so very much similar, just like dating, that you just meet a person and say, hey, okay, where can we go from here? What is it that I can do for you? What is it that you can do for me? I'm always asking people on LinkedIn, hey, become part of my community, because there's things in my community that as we're growing it, that your services might add value to certain things that I'm doing, and it's a win-win situation. Both of us can profit from it. So I have a friend of mine, that I partner with, Armando Leduc Entertainment. He is very good at filmmaking and doing videos. So if I have clients that are in a larger level, whether it's car dealerships, attorneys, doctor firms, and things of that nature, well, I partner with him to bring him in onto the deal so we can make it work, and it's a win-win situation for both of us. Real estate. I have real estate deals that I do because I just reach out to certain people and say, listen, I have an investor, you have a real estate property, can we make a deal? I have clients who come to me for buying or selling businesses because they don't know how to buy or sell it, whatever it may be. So people come to me for that, and I kind of say, okay, what is it that I can do? And then who do I have to strategically partner with to make this transaction go through? Real estate, or in business in general, every single thing we do takes a combination of people, and it takes a combination of resources to, most of the time, get it to the finish line. All we're trying to do in life is we're trying to get to the finish line. So to get to the finish line, you might have to partner with people. You might have to reach out to people. That is the power of relationships. That's the power of networking. That's the power of resources. The biggest part of my life, and I keep on going back and back and back and back until I was able to really remember where I started, was there was nothing that I really did without the partnership with someone. Even as a kid, there were certain friends of mine, we would do certain things. Well, I needed their help doing something. I needed my help to do something. We play football. As a team, you got to get the goal is to win the game. So I was always, hey, Renee, come on, we want you on our team. Why? Because they knew I was going to hit harder. And I was one of the big kids where I can tackle, and I was going to plow over anybody to get to the line. So even though I wasn't carrying the football because I didn't have the speed, but I had the ability to block, and I had the ability to tackle. So I said, okay, the goal is to get the ball into the goal line. So I don't care what part of this team that I have to play on, but I want to be part of the team to bring my value. So the same thing in life and in business. And why I do what I do is because I just find that I enjoy helping people succeed at whatever they're trying to succeed at. Now, it's not just business, but it's also personal. There's certain things we have conversations on a daily basis. And again, I don't know where to go with this besides you have to give yourself an ability to understand that you will not succeed in this world if you don't ask. You will not succeed in this world if you don't create relationships and network. You will not succeed at anything in your life if you don't get exposure to people or things or systems or products that's going to help you get to where you're going to go. So if you don't have a planner, this is my daily planner for the year. It's still in a wrapper. I don't know where my old one. My old one's in the truck. So this, I get a new planner every year, and I love my planner because I've been doing this for almost 30 years. Every year I get a new planner. And if you don't live by having a daily planner like this, it gives an ability to where I can schedule everything that I want to do on a daily basis throughout the week. I have my online calendar and my online planner, but I carry a physical planner with me daily. I don't make decisions too much without looking in my planner, mainly because it really gives me a guide, and it helps me know every hour of the day, what am I doing? Okay. And when you start looking at your time on a daily basis, time is something you will not get back. You cannot get back. So when you look at 365 days, you got to start off today. You have to start off with who you are, who you want to be, where you are, where you want to be. Everything from a physical, spiritual, mental, business, everything. And you have to take it serious. If you're not going to take it serious and you don't act on a daily basis with these priorities, you can't expect results. It's just like being in a gym. I was in a gym business when I was younger, and my older brother had a health club. He taught me the basic skills of how to work out. So I was always one of those kids that I worked out. I had more the ability because my brother taught me. So I share this because working out and is just the same. So if you're starting off today and saying, okay, I want to lose 10, 20 pounds, 30 pounds, 50 pounds, whatever, you got to start looking at what are you doing today physically? What are you doing today eating? What are you eating? How do you eat? What are you drinking? You have to start looking at labels and everything you see today, especially making America healthy again, is what I'm excited about with this new the new presidency coming in, because they're going to be focused on making America healthy again because of just the foods that we're eating. And if you start really watching documentaries, how much the other countries don't allow certain American foods because we have so much stuff in it, right? So you have to watch your daily eating habits. You have to watch your daily habits. You got to figure out, okay, what am I doing? What did I do? When you reflect back at the end of each day, what did I do today that got me closer to where I want to be? Did I waste 3 or 4 hours doing nothing or talking to so-and-so that never got me closer to the goal? And I know it sounds rude, but you have to kind of prioritize and protect your time. And because your time goes very quickly. 2024 was a beast for a lot of businesses. It was a beast for me and my business. I have a lawn care business. Last year, 2023, I lost a $150,000 contract due to I can control it. I contract through certain companies that they lost the contract. So that hit me hard last year. This year, I lost $90,000 contract. That hit me hard. So it made my year this year a little struggling. Plus, I had to buy new equipment and new machines because the older machines and everything else are out. The trucks cost me more than what it used to. The machines cost me more than what it used to. That was about $150,000 investment I had to make this year to keep my business growing. But now we have contracts in place starting this year that's going to increase about another almost 300,000, if not a little bit more. So God sometimes puts you in places that you just, why? But sometimes it's out of our control of what we can control. So I couldn't control some things, but I'm always having to reevaluate, reassess, back down, speed up, bring some other people in my community, in my life, whether it's lenders, affiliates, people, things of that nature, help me with certain things as a team to where we get better. My managers, my staff, and things of that nature, I'm always evaluating where we are. Every single day I evaluate where I'm at, what I have to do to get better as a leader. What do I have to do to get better at sales? What do I first? I have to do things first before I can expect anyone else to do it. So just like with my coaching or teaching or anyone who comes to me, I can't expect them to do certain things unless, one, I know what it is, and then go from there. So I want to share with you my LinkedIn newsletter. And I hope that if you have any questions or any, and it's hard for me to kind of keep track of this sometimes. So if you're leaving comments on LinkedIn, sometimes I don't get them. So I have not figured out how to keep track of that too much. So, but I want to share with you my LinkedIn page so you can kind of go through this with me. Bear with me. The technical stuff I'm just getting better at, and excited, but at the same time learning. Okay. So let me see if you can see this. Okay, perfect. So if you go to my LinkedIn is going to be my priority for this year. And the reason why I'm going to share this with you, if you're on LinkedIn right now, if you're watching me on YouTube, if you're watching on Facebook, wherever you're watching, LinkedIn, again, is what I find is a platform that gives you the ability to where you can create so much content to where it's kind of like having your own, you have a website these days, right? But I find LinkedIn is where people are more on, and they get a chance to kind of go through your website. So you can have the most beautiful website in the world, but if people are not really understanding who you are, what you do, they're not going to go to your website and spend hours on there researching. So like my website, which is manfredassociates.com, that website is really designed for kind of like a portfolio of different things that I do and how I can help serve clients in different areas of my experience or my associated resources, experiences. So I'm like a liaisons, I guess, between a lot of different things that I do, whether kind of like a project manager. So some individuals, when they're looking to build a home, they don't know how to start. They don't know who the architect is, or they don't have a confidence in their contractor. So that's where I put together those kind of deals. I have certain different projects and things of that nature that I come together with, and I bring different resources together. So LinkedIn is my resource center. So anything and everything that I do, pretty much I put on my LinkedIn page. So then those linked out to other areas if people want to learn about that. So as you're going through the LinkedIn page, and as you're building your LinkedIn page, and this is what I do to help you with that also, is to help you really look at your front of your LinkedIn page first. Your page right now, this is like your banner. So consider this like your new store. And if you follow Gary Vee or Shanae Murray or certain individuals this year, having lives is the most important thing you can start doing. And that's why I'm doing this live today. And I'm going to probably do one every day. Why? Because lives are the most impactful or informal way that you can be able to get your information out there into the world and show people who you are and what you offer, whether it's a product, service, education, knowledge, whatever it is. So my LinkedIn page, when people come to it, you want to have your banner really showcasing who you are and what you do. So my banner basically shares a few of the services that I do. So turning your podcast content into paying clients. I'm a career and business coach. There's some of the services that I do is podcast production, copywriting, screenwriting, things of that nature. Now, again, some of those different things that I do, the services that I offer, I can't put everything on this banner, but these are just some of the things that I do. Now, I'm probably gonna be changing the banner soon, going into the next few weeks, because I'm trying to kind of say, okay, I do these different things with my podcast. I do different things on real estate, insurance, and things of that nature. But I know most people are saying niche. So my niche right now is really podcasting. It is really the connections that I got showing most business owners the biggest problem that they're having is marketing and creating traffic. So podcasting and doing video like this is really what I'm trying to teach people that may be uncomfortable on doing certain things and they don't know where to start. So I try to figure out how to make it easier and more simpler for individuals to just get started. The first thing is getting started is let's look at your LinkedIn page. So in LinkedIn, when you go through this is where you're going to see your area of when people come to what do you do? Who are you? Right? They don't want to know that you're just you have an MBA with science, or it's just like the banks. When I walk into a bank and I ask for a loan, they don't care about my education. They're not asking me about my MBA degree or any degrees that I got. They're basically just going to ask me a few questions about my current financial situation, my credit score, how much money do I make, my debt, profit and loss statements, basic stuff like that. So you have to look at your LinkedIn in the same way that I help support entrepreneurs with building their story. Majority of people have a great story. They just don't know how to share their story. And I really find that I love stories. I love telling stories. I love learning about people's stories. And I think stories help people understand who you are and what you do. And when they get to know you, like you, and trust you, they'll do business with you. So the first thing is with your banner. So starting off with your banner, if you don't know how to do the banner, that's where I help individuals with some of that area and that service to help you with your banner. In your area right here in the section of your who you are, what you do. Again, LeDuc Entertainment Partnerships for Profit Producer. I'm an insurance specialist, real estate and business consulting, marketing, and LinkedIn brand builder. So this is who I am and what I pretty much do. Right here is a link that goes to my school, my community, my online community, where people can just click here. I'm going to share with you that this is what I'm excited about. This past year, I was able to increase my followers just because of basic daily content and just connecting with people. And this is where you want to pay attention to these numbers. And I'm going to share with you some of my goals for this year or where I'm at, because I keep another chart, another board that I'm building, and I'm writing down today my statistics, How many followers do I have on my my LinkedIn? How many subscribers do I have to my newsletters? How many Facebook followers do I have? How many my YouTube channel? All of these different things. I'm doing a analysis today on January 1st, 2025, because I am totally obsessed with where I'm going to be at the end of 2025, going into 2026. I want to increase all of my numbers. So my numbers here will probably be somewhere around 20,000. I guarantee that, because I find that if I can keep on doing what I'm doing and keep on creating good, valuable content and showing up for individuals to where they can learn and earn at the same time. I teach people how to learn and earn. So I know some people that they're stuck because they're just missing one piece. And if I can help you move to the next level, to get that one success, that one, then it gives you confidence, it builds you belief, and then you can move. So the same thing with LinkedIn or any social media channels. I want to help you build your confidence. In this area right here, you have analytics, and I'm going to show you these analytics because I find that there is no other platform that I know of that really gives you clear understanding. Is what I'm doing working? Are the posts working? What post gets attention? What posts don't get attention? What newsletters get attention? Things of that nature, right? So this is basically post impressions. So when you look at post impressions, I'm going to go over the last 365 days. I find this just incredible. I mean, when you look at my post impressions over the course of this last 365 days, you're going to start seeing, this is when I started really getting more active on LinkedIn. Right around the June and July, you'll start seeing the spikes, right? You start seeing how everything started kind of going up, and that's 83, almost 84,000 impressions that I was exposed to, as 26, almost 27,000 members reached. So everything this year has been up almost 3,000%. That is incredible. And so what other programs do you know of that gives you the analytics to where you really see, what I'm doing, is it working? Sometimes you're doing all this marketing or advertising and things, you don't really see, is it working? I'm sharing with everyone that if you are on LinkedIn, and how you can become better on LinkedIn is just by creating good, consistent content and bringing value to the platform, bringing value to the people around you, and you will succeed. So if this happened this past year and I didn't even know what I was doing, now because I know what I'm doing, it took me the last 3 to 4 or 5, 6 months to get a little bit better clarity, because I had to go through understanding and listening and doing and watching, right? It took me time, just like working out. You're not going to walk into the gym January, in 15 days and expect to lose all the weight, all the fat, all whatever you have, right? You have to take the time to work out consistently every day, do a little bit. Same thing with eating, same thing with exercise, same thing with these platforms. You're not going to become a great salesperson if you weren't good at sales. How do you expect to become good at sales until you do it? So I'm just sharing with you my excitement, and I hope you can hear it, that when I went through this, I did an episode with Dr. Michael Bartimere a few weeks ago, and he's a chiropractic, and he has really good. So I mean, when you look at it, it was pretty good. I mean, that's 3,182 impressions came from that. I have another newsletter post that I did on top 10 highest paying skills on network on Upwork in 2025. Let me just check something real quick, guys. I just want to make sure that I'm not losing people on this. And again, I know I have different questions out there that I might not be getting, and I don't know how to. And again, I know I have different. Bear with me. Questions out there that I might not be getting. All right, so I just want to make sure that I'm kind of getting everybody out here. So. Open panel, don't know how to do that. Okay. So if you have any questions, again, just let me know. If I don't see it offhand, just bear with me. Okay. I'm trying to get used to the live and paying attention to different channels on TikTok and Facebook and YouTube and everything else. So I appreciate you being supportive. So going back with this, when you look at this, it kind of helps you understand like what are some of the things that are working and what are some of the things that are not working, what things are engaging your communities. So it kind of goes through again, just different, feeling overwhelmed by the noise of in today's fast-paced world. So that was 851 impressions. So it really is a great platform that helps you really see. So I've created this newsletter a few weeks ago. You empower your career, a step-by-step guide to building and standing out, right? So that was 785. So this is really a cool way, again, just kind of getting an idea of what out of those impressions that is showing how much I really got from different things, right? So going back to, and then you look at audience. Okay, this is pretty cool here too. This is really kind of giving you over the last 300. You click this and you goes to the last 365 days, and it'll shows again. You see the spikes. You see the spikes start really kind of clicking in right during October, November, December time, and you start seeing that my audience out of the total demographics were 10% owners, real estate 8.2%, presidents of companies 3.6%. Chief executive officers 3%, founders 2.5%. So this is just really, again, it's just indicators to see who's on my channel, who's watching my channels, who's interested in the information that I'm sharing, right? So, and when you go back to, let's go back to the very beginning of my analytics. Trying to get back to there. And here we are. Nope, isn't it? Okay, so then you look at followers. Okay, so you have followers, and right now currently I have 4229. You're gonna lose followers and win followers, whatever reason. I don't really unsubscribe from people because I find that sometimes I might not be interested in something they're saying now, but it's something I might be interested into later. So sometimes I see people not follow me or follow me, maybe don't like something I say or show. I don't know, but I'm not really worried about that. I'm not worried about people who don't want to be part of my team or part of my organization or part of my influence. I don't worry about that. I don't worry about my comments. I don't worry about my likes. I don't worry about a lot of things, because if I sit here every day worried about what you think about certain things that I say, I will never do anything. So yes, I am open to learning and open to some criticism. I am open to ideas. But again, I take everything in and I process it and see if it makes sense or doesn't make sense. If you turn out to be a person who we don't have a connection, I just go wherever. Like this with me, I'm not going to follow certain people or people I'm paying attention to them, whatever, if they don't bring value to me. But I'm not going to shoot them down and say, hey, you're wrong, because the majority of things, hey, we all process it, right? So in the followers, you'll see again, in the 365 days, you'll start seeing it started increasing right around here, right around this period, that period of time. Those net followers that month of October, 21 new followers that month, right? So it's kind of like, it's pretty neat. It just shows like this last few months been a little bit down. So I kind of really had that increase right around that October period of time. I might have been doing a little bit more stuff. I'm getting more active on it, things of that nature. You look at post, different post content performance. Different things. Again, people are either commenting or liking or certain things of that nature. So it just kind of gives you a variety of ideas. You look at engagements, 111 engagements. I'm still learning about really what that is, whether it's comments, likes, repost, things of that nature, right? And then what is it that most people liked, right? So this is a past thing I did on how real estate can support your retirement goals. This is so true. So these are, again, just different things that you can also export. If you see this button right here, you can export certain information so you can kind of have it more in a spreadsheet, which is pretty cool. So that's something me and my team have to work on. Again, I'm just going through. Okay, so all of these areas, newsletters. Okay, so newsletters. And I'm going to get to this point, so just bear with me. I know I'm going over a lot of things here, and if you have to stop and go back to this, you're going to have a replay on this on my live channels. But when it comes down to newsletters are so important to where you can start really engaging people. I did not do any newsletters. See this? I wasn't doing no newsletters up until July, right around July 12th, right around that period of time, July 10th, July 12th. And this is where I really didn't understand even how to do a newsletter. I didn't know anything about a newsletter. But look at how all I did was every month I increased. Every month I increased. I had a spike right here in this month right here with some article views that I did. And it's just been consistent throughout the last few months. So that added almost 500 and I believe 500, almost 600 new subscribers to my newsletter that I didn't have before. And so these are all subscribers. Now they connected with me, so I'm gonna connect with them. And I didn't realize, and again, I'm learning some of these things. So these are people who are either following my newsletters. These are, again, some different tools and things of that nature to get used to. But let me share with you, these are, again, weekly sharing tracker. That the weekly sharing tracker is just basically kind of keeping you accountable. That how many posts are you doing, comments, contributions, things of that nature. And the more you learn about LinkedIn actually is pushing your information out into Google and into search engines and into the platform in front of people. So every time you're doing either post or newsletters, it's not just going to your own little network. And sometimes with like Facebook and some of these other channels, you're finding that most people don't have the ability where when you post and do certain things that you're getting exposed to other new people to come into your community. But this is really what I find that LinkedIn is very proactive in doing, is to really get more engagement, helping you build your channel, and getting more information out there to help you with your information. So, okay, about me page. So in your About Me page, okay, so we've already gone through your banner is most important so people can know who you are, what you do. This area here is to show what you do and how you can help people and what you offer, your services, right? As quick as possible. Here is a link that you can have, like this goes to my community for people to join my community and my newsletter. But at the same time, you can put this for a website or whatever you wish, so you can change that. And down below, again, we went through, this will be where when you start doing activity is where you can start understanding your analytics. And then in your About Me page or About You page is basically where you build who you are and what you do. So build your brand. So basically what I do is I build your brand and legacy by turning content into clients one strategy at a time. So this basically is showing you that what I am all about is really helping people build their brands and building their legacies through content. And if I can show you how to turn content into clients by education, information, things of that nature, learning how to do lives, learning how to do podcasts, one little everything you learn, you're going to start seeing by next year. When I do my end of the year evaluation, I'll probably do another evaluation within the next every quarter. So it gives me an opportunity to kind of evaluate where I am, but at the same time showing my clients and customers and people like yourself, hey, because I'm doing these certain little small things on a daily basis, it's helping me build my business, build my awareness, get me more connections across the world, not just in our own little city. And you're going to start seeing how this is all plays out, just like in working out, that it's consistency and it's just doing and it's learning and it's exposing yourself to certain things. In this area here, I help visionaries scale faster through stories, methods, systems, and strategic processes. My mission is to deliver professional services that exceed expectations, ensuring every project contributes positively to our community and environment. So this is, again, you can go on here and read more about why and who and what I do and everything else, but I'm just sharing with you for you how you can do this for you. So it's not all about me. So I'm not showing you my channel of just about me, but it is my channel. So we get to the opportunity where you can learn about me and what I do and how I can potentially work with you in something in your organization, your company training, if I can help with your company in sales or management and leadership or just productivity. A lot of owners, sometimes they don't know how to get their teams moving. And that's where they'll bring me in to where I can just really kind of work with them and kind of monitor them instead of me as a full-time employee. I just do a consulting fee to where I just manage from afar, and I'll come in some days and I'll work with their teams in certain areas, because if I can level up their business and get their business more productive through certain things that I can provide to the people that they might not be getting from the current owner. It's kind of like a dad and the parents, right? Your parents tell you don't do something, you don't listen to them. So it's the same thing with employers, right? So I tell everyone that, sometimes you don't have to hire on a person to come in every day. You can hire on, like myself, for a lot cheaper, and I can pretty much manage everything and help you kind of with certain things. So that's pretty much what I do. So again, when you go through down here, these are services. So these are just services that you can put in here and what you do in different businesses. So I do a variety of things with insurance, real estate. These are a combination of some of the different businesses that we offer. So Manfred Associates Consulting Services is my consulting service. So when you do this, I'm going to show you, or I can show you how to create your overall brand. So when people come to you, these are the different companies and different services that I do, right, under the umbrella. So my consulting firm, I have a lawn care business. What's Your Passion is a online community that we bring people into to help teach you, coach you. We're creating events, we're creating online podcasts and things of that nature. Amp Station is one of my other business partners that we basically create infrastructure for EV charging stations along the interstates. I have a truck parking concept that we're working with. So I have different things that I do under the umbrella. Keller Williams is my real estate division, to where I've been Keller Williams agent for almost 24 years now. I started a Keller Williams agency because I was an investor with a friend of mine. We learned how to really buy and sell properties real quick and learned how to flip them, and we started teaching it. So we actually opened up a Keller Williams, and I started recruiting and training agents. So over the course of the years, that's all a combination of my portfolio of companies. So when you look at Belinda has microblading, she does microbrows, permanent cosmetics. So these are all basically under my umbrella. So what you're going to do when you get your channel up and running really and get in here, you're going to start looking at how people, when they come to your channel, they can learn more about who you are and what you do, right? I'm going to go back to... Okay, let's go into newsletters. Okay, so newsletters, I created this one this morning, and this is what I want to share with you on, and I know we're getting into a period of time right now. I'm not sure how long we're in, but I'm going to try to go through this a little bit faster for the time of, so I created this newsletter this morning. And again, if you don't know how to create a newsletter, that's going to have to be another whole course. Or whole nother section I can work with you on or watch. The Power of Permission, Creating the Life You Deserve. So today is January 1, 2025. So if you can read this and just go to my channel, whether it's linkedin.com/Renee Manfrey, or if you're on LinkedIn, go and read this. I spent a lot of time on this morning because I woke up early and I just started realizing, thinking, and just saying, okay, you know what, today's the first of the year. And you have a plan for 365 days. So believing in you, even when you don't believe in yourself. Every person has dreams, aspirations, and goals that tug at their heart, yet many hesitate to take on them. And I basically just sharing here to really just take yourself seriously and don't let the imperfections get to you. Don't stop yourself from moving because you don't know. The power of belief is incredible. Ask, look, seek, and be intentional on trying to get better every single day is what I'm really want to say to you. And today, in January 1st, 2025, that you can be anything you want to be. I'm proven that I was not a good student in school, and I didn't know that I had ADD and attention deficit, which meant really that I can focus on things that I enjoy, but things that I really don't care about, I just don't want to do. So it's just like in conversations, or if it's things, if I don't want to do it, I don't want to do it, or I'll find a way to get it done. So it just took me some time to understand that. So why are you listening to me? Okay. So, I mean, I think I have some success in my life. I've created several different businesses through my years. I've created multiple six-figure incomes. I've taught other people how to create six-figure incomes by just teaching them the basic principles of habits, things of that nature. So I'm not saying I know everything, because I don't. There's a lot of people on our platform, my coaches, that are making way more than me. I have certain friends around my life that they've speeded up their financial processes because of certain systems and certain people. I've had successes and I've had failures. So I can tell you, hey, I went bankrupt in 2009 on almost 3 million. And yes, it was upsetting and it was very scary, but at the same time, I recovered and then I was able to build it again. So life is all about just moving. And if you're so scared about making a mistake or so scared about doing something, it's life. Your credit score goes up and down. Just understand that. Your credit score goes up and down because of utilage. If you use your credit card, it goes down. It's crazy, but that's how it is. So just understand, life is life. Life is going to be ups and downs. It's going to be a beautiful day like it is today here in New Orleans, Louisiana, and it's going to be incredible. Last night, during New Year's, somebody ran down Bourbon Street, killed 10 people, almost 30 people in the hospital. Total horrific situation that nobody would know. But at the same time, life is still going. It's like we've had that incident last night, but the streets, they're still going to have business. They're still going to do things. So you got to just understand, life is just life, but you have to control it as much as you can, just like driving a car or just like sailing a boat or anything. You have to put in the GPS. You got to say, okay, this is where we're going. You're going to have some factors that hit you. You're going to have wind. You're going to have certain things. You're going to have a flat tire. You're going to have road. You're going to have detours. You have accidents, whatever. But we're trying to get to the goal. So as long as you prepare yourself to understand that, you'll be fine. As I'm going through this newsletter, I do make a video here on goals and understanding how a GPS that I've created a GPS program. Basically, it's how to really understand that life is like a GPS. Life is specifically about where you are, where you want to go. A, B. It's very simple. A, B. I put this in this picture because this is where I'm at. This is where I'm trying to go to. But if you notice, you see how right here, it kind of took me down a little bit, right? It took me down and took me around. It took me a little bit of loop, brought me over here. Then I had to go to the right and took me another loop. So you see how life is just very simple, that it's not going to be a straight shot. Why is it not a straight shot? Because it's just not designed like that. Life is not going to be a straight shot. You're going to have the challenges. So I think that's really a great video, just very simple. Step one is silence the noise and reflect. So to create the life you deserve, you must start by sitting in silence and giving yourself the space to dream. Turn off the distractions, your phone, your TV, endless noise of the world, and ask yourself these questions. Physically, where do I want to be? What kind of health do I want this year? How do I want to feel about my body every day? Financial, what does financial freedom look like to me? How much do I need to earn or save to have the life that I envision or that you're envisioning? Relationships, what kind of relationships bring you joy and fulfillment? How can you show up better for the people who care about you? Spiritual, what connects me to a higher purpose or deeper meaning? How can I cultivate peace and gratitude? Service, how do I want to serve others? What impact do I want to leave on the world? And so in this area right here, if you just spend some time and sit back and really just write these things down for yourself, make yourself a vision board, and really just focus. What are the things that I want? How do I want to feel? How do I want to look? It makes so much impact on you that if you can sit down and you can strategically visualize where you are and saying, okay, 2024 wasn't a great year. It was, there were some mistakes I made. Hey, the past is the past. I can't do anything about the past, but today I'm going to sit down. I'm going to put my goals down. These are the different things that I want to feel like. I want my physical life, my financial life, my relationships, my spiritual, my service, everything that I do. How am I serving God? My true inner superpower is that I just believe that God works with me. And he protects me and he helps me. There's certain days that me and God have some falling out. So it's like, why is it that I'm not here and I'm here? Why do these certain things happen that I thought I did? So, it is what it is. Sometimes God puts us all in places in our lives for certain reasons, certain times. I think that he kind of been pushing me to really get to this place where I can become a teacher that I wasn't really planning on being. I wasn't really thinking about doing all this coaching until a few years ago, because I was kind of running my own businesses. I have a lawn care business. And so that takes a little bit of time on a weekly basis, just kind of manage my people and do work. And sometimes people say, why don't you focus just on 100% on that? And I don't really need to. There's only certain things I can do with cutting grass and doing certain things. So today's January 1st. So this is just another investment that I'm making into bettering myself so I can become a better leader, but at the same time, create another stream of income, because I do believe in multiple streams of income. And I do believe in protecting myself in certain things, because I've been in situations where I was so-called comfortable and life changed. So I tell everyone that, sometimes you have to push yourself. So maybe that's where God is. God's been pushing me through the years because he has a higher calling for me. That's my belief. And that's because I believe in that. And I believe in, the spiritual, areas of my life. I believe that that's what I'm here on this world for. I'm hoping that you can kind of find your path. What is it that you feel your calling is? What are you here for? Do you want to be a servant? Do you want to help other people? Do you want to create a nonprofit? Do you want to feed people? So it's kind of like money is not everything, but money gives you freedom, and it gives you options to do things for other people. So I hear a lot of people talking about money every single day, all day long. Every conversation is about money, but not saying that money is the most important thing, but it's very much up there like oxygen. I had a multimillionaire mentor back when I was early, my ages in early 28, 29, that really kind of stressed upon us that we have to really understand that the lifestyle that he had was a lifestyle that gave him options, gave him freedom, gave him stuff to where he can invest more into his business, marketing, things of that nature, right? And at the same time, help other people around him. And that's where I got where, I want this life. I want this type of life. I want to be able to bring more value to people. So why do I work to make money? Is so I can do more things with it. I can help the people around me, my family, friends, things of that nature, and also my team. I can help my workers to where I can help them get to the points where not only being working for me, but I want to bring value to them, help them build their own homes and financial security. Because if I can help them become happier financially, then it's one big group that we're all happy. And if you can create a surrounding of people that are happy, it's so much better at dinner tables. You're talking about things, you're talking about dreams, you're talking about, but I find that we all in this chaos of this world and talking about negativity or debt or bullshit, whatever the BS is right now, right? So to create the life you deserve, you have to go after it. The universe that you inhabit flows from you. You don't flow from it. Step 2, start where you are. It's tempting to think that you need to wait for the right time, more resources, better skills. Truth is, the perfect time will never come. And I stress this here to where if you just start with improving your health, again, there are certain things that I feel that people need to be reiterated on understanding. There is no magic pill. You can talk to me. You can hear every single person that is talking about everything. We all are basically talking about the same things. So it's just how you hear it and how you're hearing it, that I can be saying these things, but you're going to say, well, let me hear from somebody else. The same thing what I said earlier. What I'm telling you is truth. What I'm telling you is the things that got me to where I'm at, and where most of the people around me that are successful, all of them talk about the same things. It's all about the mindset, and it's all about the things that you do on a daily basis. Now, when it comes down to the vehicle that you're in, that you're producing. So whether it's a lawn care, insurance, real estate, consulting, doing makeup, hair, it doesn't matter what you do as your vehicle. That's a vehicle that you are producing. Certain vehicles will give you more money for the time that you spend. Certain vehicles will give you an average. So it all depends on the vehicle that you're in, that you're happy with. So I've created, and I'm constantly creating new vehicles that give me more ability to leverage and make more money, because I've realized my time is valuable. So on a daily basis, if I'm not making at least $1,000 to $2,000 a day, I'm not happy. Why? Because it takes me about $1,000 a day just to run my business. Just one of them, right? So I really need at least 3,000 to 4,000 or 5,000 per day to get me where I really want to be. Now, I know for you, you might be thinking, no, that's crazy. You have to understand everybody's at a different level in their life and their business. But everything that I'm sharing with you here is improving your health. Begin with a 10-minute walk each day. Build wealth, open a savings account, strengthen relationships, growth spiritually, make an impact. These are all very basic, simple things that you're probably going to get tired of me talking about or anybody else talking about. But you have to understand, these are the topics. These are the subjects that we all have as successful people, or in general, people who are productive. These are the conversations we're constantly having on a daily basis. So go to my link, my newsletter. Again, Renee Manfrey, LinkedIn.com/Renee Manfrey. You can read this more in depth. And here is where a video, a basic short version. Okay, I'm going to share this version with you.
This is the way he left it. He was gonna... My dad told me he was going to fix it over me. This is the way he left it. Like everything else.
You are my son, but I'm giving you 1 month to find a job, or you can find one of your little friends that's gonna let you sleep on their couch for free.
Can I help you? I'm just trying to talk to a young lady right here.
I need for you to leave my shop right now.
I'm gone. And I won't be back either.
That's something right there your father would do.
Well, I ain't him.
You acting like him. Boy! It's hard for a woman to call out the man and her son. I just need some prayer support.
I'm just trying to see about a job, right? I ain't here about nothing. You a salesman for this company?
I'm the president. That's for more. A big part of becoming a man is showing up. Can you do that, Isaiah?
I'm hearing all these promises.
When my sister tells me that she needs prayer support, honey, I bring prayer support.
Am I in the right place? Miss Clara. We pray that the Lord will open Isaiah's eyes so that he could see himself the way that the Lord sees him.
You're 50 minutes early.
Hey, try not to be late again.
I want to introduce you to a small group of men that mean the world to me. We grow together, we eat together. It's one of the most important things I've ever done in my life. God has forgiven me so much. Who was I to refuse to forgive?
Okay, Jesus, I give it to you.
What kind of man do you want to be? And what do you want people to think when they see you coming?
You only got 6 of us, 7 including Emmett. I'm willing to go the second mile. We can't just walk out and do nothing. Let's roll.
If I may be blunt, a man stands in front of me. Isaiah, welcome to the forge.
Now that is good. Miss Claire, I need you to come by here more often. Mm-hmm. Keisha needs you.
Guys, I watched this movie last night, and it's really just an incredible movie. It's on Netflix. If you watch it, you can get it. It's called The Forge, Forg. And I saw a post on this a few days ago from a good friend of mine, and I just saw it. I didn't realize it until last night. I pulled it up, and it just really was a great movie. And most of this inspiration I got today was from that movie, because it just made an impact on me, showing that I have a responsibility, and I have this belief, again, that on LinkedIn, YouTube, and the different things that we're doing as creators or educators or the new e-learning, that people are just lost. And you can be an adult watching this right now. You can be a young adult or an old adult. And sometimes you feel like you're lost because you're just not being exposed to certain things or understanding a few things. And that's where my passion is, really to give you everything I possibly can to give you the direction. Now, what you do with it, I can't control. All I can do control on a daily basis by giving and giving and giving and giving. I call it giver's gain. So you might be at a point right now, oh, this guy's talking too much. I really don't. It does not matter to me. My mission is to very simply give you information that hopefully you can start taking and realizing that if you just follow these steps that I'm putting into this newsletter and follow me and follow other people, you will succeed. but you have to put in the time and the work in learning how to do this for yourself. So if you want to learn how to build your own platform, you want to learn, these are all the different things that I'm stressing to people, that if you're not successful right now, it's only because you're not doing this daily activity and the things that I'm sharing how to create. I cannot tell you how many people I talk to that are marketers, that when I reach out to them and say, okay, what are some of the things that we can do to get more exposure? They all say the same thing. You got to put content. There is no other way around it. You can spend money. If you have the money, you spend money on ads and SEO and things of that nature. But if you don't have the money, then the only better way to do it is by doing content. And by creating these things, I've learned that, heck, I'm creating my own marketing company for myself because I got sick and tired of trying to trust the other marketing companies to do it. So I'm basically teaching you how to create your own marketing company, how to create your own brand by doing things like this that, again, get reach. So if you didn't look at my analytics, like I shared with you earlier, go back to the video and watch my analytics, because the analytics tells you. I'm creating a vision board that I'm gonna have to share with you later on at another video. But I'm writing down everything from my LinkedIn, my YouTube. So right now my YouTube it sucks. And I have 187 videos on there. And it's like, why? But there's certain things that I'm not doing on my videos, even though they're good videos, but I still have to get better, right? That it's not getting the subscribers, and it's not getting the looks, and it's not getting everything to where I need. So I have to analyze that on a daily basis. Why? The same thing with LinkedIn, X School, my TikTok, all of these different things are a factor for this year for me to reach my ultimate goals of exposing and exposure across the world. Over the course of the next year to 2 years, I'm going to do more speaking engagements. I'm going to be involved in more companies, more meetings, more networking. Why? Because it's going to give me more exposure, more training. That's going to eventually increase my revenue streams. That's going to give me another revenue. So if you're over 50 or 40, even 60, you have to look at this as another way to create an additional income, additional skills that can put you in a position to where physically you might not be able to do things, but you can add value to companies because you understand these basic skills. So these skills that I'm learning today at 54 years old, I know that no matter what, I can help people do things because they don't know how to do it. And I can be able to charge fairly reasonable fees for that because, hey, it's my time that I'm giving to you, right? So that's what I'm looking at. No matter what, I'm building these skills that I can be able to use this to help create another steady residual income, right? Creating daily success habits. Again, your big dreams can feel overwhelming, but breaking them into daily habits makes them achievable. And here's how. So set micro goals, track your progress, celebrate successes, learn from your failures. Again, when not every day will go as planned. When you stumble, reflect on what went wrong and adjust. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's part of the journey. So just understand that. Building your authority online. Why start building your brand on platforms like YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, X, Instagram, TikTok, and others? Because these platforms can escalate your authority, share your expertise and insights to position yourself as a leader in your field, expand your reach, connect with a global audience who resonates with your message, create opportunities, attract collaborations, clients, and partnerships. Action step, choose one platform to start with. Focus on consistent posting, engaging with your audience, and sharing valuable content. Use arrows and check marks in your planning to identify what works and what and how to adjust strategies. Okay. So again, this area right here is just what I find is the most important on why, because everybody wants to know, why am I going to spend so much time on doing these lives? Why am I going to spend so much time on doing these, this content? The reason your why is that you're doing it is because over time, you're going to start seeing the results like I have received. I've gotten clients come to me that haven't seen me in years and that want to sell their business. So I have 3 businesses that are going to go up for sale for this year. A salon that has been in the city for at least 20 something years. And she does right around 900,000 a year. She probably nets right now, we're waiting for the numbers, but somewhere around 200,000 to 300,000. and that business will probably go for around somewhere around the 700,000-800,000. So that one piece of business will bring me a very good commission, because I'm going to put together a package and find a resource to bring it, right? The same thing, I have a pizza location, a friend of mine who, because I can do my marketing and do my stuff, and they constantly seeing me that they're wanting to sell their business. I have a group that came to me that has this incredible concept, creating reef buds in the waterways that can help corrosion and erosion, especially here in Louisiana around the coastal areas, but also at the same time for seafood and creating vegetation in the waters that's going to help kind of rebuild some of that. It's a project. It's a huge project, but they came to me because they've been seeing, again, LinkedIn, doing things, reading my biography. So these are different things that it's taken me some time, that I've had to put in the time, that is finally starting to pay off. So 2024 was my building year. If you notice that I really wasn't doing a whole bunch on LinkedIn or some of these social media channels, but now it's taking me this year to get me to where 2025 will be the payoff year. That can be a couple of 100,000 in opportunities for relationships, partnerships, strategic equity opportunities, because of just being on the platform, just bringing value, bringing solutions to problems that people have. So this is another trailer. If you've never seen the movie Seabiscuit, I just think this is an incredible movie. And I think it's just shows. So enjoy this.
To the future.
I'll take him.
He's got a fractured foot.
I'm going to shoot him anyway. I'll save you the bullet. Red Pollard, Mr. and Mrs. Howard.
Hi. Hello.
Of course, it's nuts.
Well, at least he wasn't expensive.
Every horse is good for something. You don't throw a whole life away just 'cause it's banged up a little. He just needs to learn how to be a horse again.
How far do you want me to take them?
Till he stops.
Let's see what you got, boy.
There it is. What? Fast?
Your horse just broke the track record at Tamfran.
Well, I just think this horse has a lot of heart.
I'll lay even money that this nag Seabiscuit couldn't even finish 6 furlongs.
I told you, look out for Rosemont. It's not my fault. Thought he was flying up your tail.
No, I can't.
What?
See out there.
He lied to us.
What do you mean?
He's blind in one eye.
You don't throw a whole life away just because it's banged up a little bit. Look at us. Our horse is too small. Our jockey is too big. Everybody loses a couple, and you either pack up and you go home or you keep fighting.
Kind of small, isn't he? Gonna look a lot smaller in a second, Georgie.
Don't stop, boy. Don't ever stop.
So if you never if you've never seen the movie Seabiscuit, it's an incredible it's an incredible movie, and I think it's very inspirational, inspiring. helps people really kind of just see the world from a different perspective of being a millionaire who lost everything, lost his child, things of that nature, to a jockey who's just really messed up and just needed some direction and coaching, even to a coach who sometimes just needed again somebody to believe in him. So we all need somebody to believe in us, and I really find that in today's world, it's so incredibly important that we need support around us to help really understand that we all are at different levels in our lives. We're in different levels of our businesses and different levels of our education, our knowledge, exposure. And the more you can get and work with people one step at a time, you gain that confidence. You gain the ability where you can step. So we're overcoming fear and insecurity. Fear and insecurity are like chains holding you back to break free. Reframe your mindset. Instead of focusing on what could go wrong, visualize what could go right. Affirmations like I am capable, I deserve success can help rewire your thoughts. Seek knowledge. What you don't know can feel intimidating. Commit to learning, take courses, read books, or connect with mentors who walk the path that inspire you. Build confidence through action. Confidence doesn't come before action. It comes as a result of it. Each step forward, no matter how small, boosts your self-belief. I cannot say anything more important about this section, that you cannot expect the action if you don't do something. So you can't expect the confidence without the action. You can't expect the action. So it's a combination. But sometimes it takes the confidence to create the action, but then at the same time, the action builds the results because you accomplished it. So it's like you got to have this belief that, you know what, I can do this, and you got to push yourself mentally, saying I can move, I can create this business or create this idea or create this or whatever it is. But at the same time, you believe enough in your mind that you can do it. But at the same time, once you do it, it's incredible confidence that you build in yourself every time you do something and accomplish it, what you receive from it. That is truly what I find in my own personal life, that because I didn't know certain things, it didn't stop me from doing. So when people ask me to do things, even though I didn't know exactly how to do it, I never turned down the opportunity. I take every opportunity to do things because I always look at it from a point of experience, that if I can do it and achieve it, then it's going to give me the confidence to do it again. Then I turn around and I teach it. So I learned insurance sales, not knowing anything about insurance, but I became one of the top 10 in the state of Louisiana, 100 and some thousand earner when I was 27 years old, mainly because I worked and I did what I thought was the most important thing I needed to do on a daily basis, which was make phone calls, make appointments, make phone calls, make appointments, meet other people, go networking with other people, meet more people to let them know who I am, what I do. So it's a combination of those different things that I put in my mindset. If I can just keep on doing these things, the money will come. Same thing with faith. You got to pray. You got to do certain actions within the Bible. And if you read the Bible, you're going to see certain passages that are so relatable to life that you don't need any other book. But at the same time, we still need reality of today's world and how we implement and use the two together. So this is, again, a little bit of a snapshot of the Move the Forge. This kind of a little more of the larger clippings of it. You can go through that. I do have on here that if you want to learn more about our community, you can join us here to where you can be part of our community and learn more every day. So these are some success stories that people just don't pay attention to. When you look at Walt Disney World, when you look at President Franklin, Oprah Winfrey, Colonel Sanders, these are just some stories that people just don't listen. At age 62, Colonel Sanders was faced with rejection over 1,000 times. Then pitching his fried chicken recipe, he didn't let age or rejection stop him. Today, KFC is a global brand. His story reminds us of that it's never too late to start and persevere. Oprah Winfrey, born in poverty, Oprah faced numerous challenges, including abuse and early career setbacks. She didn't let these define her. Through hard work, resilience, and self-belief, she became one of the most influential figures in the world. These are a lot of famous failures that you can go through Bill Gates. You can listen to his story. You can go through all these different things and research these stories, because I think that more people really take the time in researching the stories that are out there and how it's impacting so many people in so many ways that it can change your life, right? It can change your ultimate life. So J.K. Rowling, before Harry Potter became a phenomenon, J.K. Rowling was a struggling single mother, rejected by multiple publishers. She persisted because she believed in her story. Her journey teaches us the importance of resilience and faith in our vision. Thomas Edison. Edison famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." His determination led to the invention of the light bulb, changing the world forever, embracing failure as a stepping stone to success. And again, I know we hear these things. Everyone talks about these things. Every single coach, motivational speaker talks about the same things, but does it really sink in to apply? Action, period. Time for action. If you just act and you constantly do, if you ask, if you take time reaching out to me on any of my channels, just asking a question, I feel like some people are just so afraid of asking questions in today's world because of being charged or whatever. I tell everybody, come part of our community, ask as much questions as you possibly can, learn as much as you possibly can. And if I can add value to your life, then it's going to be a win-win situation for all of us. Certain things have turned into partnerships because some people need someone like myself to come on as just a partner, just a consultant to help them kind of move to the next direction. They make money, I make money. It's a win-win situation. So most of my services that people actually pay after they receive. So that's how I've been doing a lot of my business through the years, that I get people results. They walk away with a check. I walk away with a check. It's how business is done. The same thing with lawn care business. They ask me to do something, we do it, we get paid. So once we do the action, we get paid. Very few things that I ask for up front. Now, certain things I am going to ask for up front because some people need to pay for, because they don't take it serious unless they pay for it. And even though people pay for things, they still don't take it serious. It's just crazy to me. If I'm going to pay something, I'm going to get everything I possibly can out of that. If I'm going to get my insurance license, which I didn't, I failed it 4 times. I still made that insurance license beneficial financially for me throughout my years. Real estate, same thing. Everything that I put my time and energy into, I'm going to make sure I get everything I can out of it as much as I can. Same thing with courses. People pay for courses, but they don't do it. They don't go through it. Some things are just free, and they still don't do it. It's right there in front of your eyes, but it's because of the belief system that you're not realizing, okay, you have to put the time and energy and things into doing it. So to kind of sum up some of this, you can go through setting your goals, define your vision, make goals smart, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, break down goals into steps, identify smaller actionable steps in week 1, week 2, week 3. You can kind of develop a marketing strategy, launch a LinkedIn ad campaign, host a webinar or on the benefits of insurance, whatever it may be. So establish milestones, stay flexible, track and evaluate, celebrate wins. This is another video of a gentleman who I admire, Graham, and I'm going to share with this to you. He did a recent meeting with a lot of different successful people, and a lot of what I inspired from today came from some of his video also.
Every single one of these successful entrepreneurs, however they phrased it, in the end, all they were looking for, whether they knew it or not, and it's the gift I want to give you today, was permission. They wanted permission. And I was seeing this pattern, and I waited till the end of the weekend when we did a final wrap-up on Sunday. I said, guys, do you understand that the common theme among this entire weekend, Friday night, all day Saturday, Sunday morning, is that each one of you came here from all over the world. We have people from the UK, from Canada, from all over the US coming here. And yes, we talked strategy. Yes, we swapped ideas. Yes, we pointed out some things, made some recommendations. But at the end of the day, the thing you're leaving with that you needed, whether you knew it or not, was permission to do the thing that was in your heart.
Great video. I'll probably put the whole thing somewhere in the channel within the next few days.
Every single one of these successful.
So to kind of sum all this up, again, here are some powerful ways to make this investment into yourself, not into me, into yourself. Investing into yourself is a key to unlocking your potential. Is expand your knowledge, focus on health and wellness, build financial literacy, network and build relationships, embrace personal growth, invest in your future. And just remember, the best investment always starts with you. When you grow, everything around you grows. I put additional information in here, how to expand your network and what's the first step you'll take today. Leveraging social media platforms, attending networking events, whether it's online or offline, joining online communities, volunteer for projects, reaching out directly. I built my career off this one move. Okay. So I've asked people for coffee. I've sat down with individuals. I personally called them, reached out to them. It's amazing how successful people are very open to talking to other successful people or people who want to learn from them. Majority of them are not that greedy to where I don't want to spend their time telling. They kind of want to tell their story. So it's okay for you to ask, can I just learn more about your story of how did you start? What did you do? How can I do this? Who can I talk to? These are all different questions you can ask to get you moving. Host events or webinars, utilize your existing network, be a connector. Again, this is very powerful, that facilitating introductions between people in your network. I have made more connections because somebody came to me with something. I knew somebody, I called them, made that connection, all of a sudden, bam, we made a business or we created some type of income stream. Those individuals would not have known each other if it wasn't for me bringing them together. Incredible how the world works, but it's just these things are really very powerful, but some people just don't understand how valuable they are. So tools to consider, CRM tools, social media and analytics. Again, I have a community that's free. You can join right here and you can go to it and you can get in there free, learn more content, more concepts. Cash flow quadrant is 4 ways to produce income. This is, again, linear income versus leveraged and residual income. I basically preach on this, that if you're an employee today, that's fine. Take everything you can for the employer, give your value to that company, make as much as you can, raises, etc. You start your side business as a side hustle, learning, so you don't have to invest in, because you're not going to make money from day one. You're not going to make consistent money. You got to get to the point to where you create a skill or a service or a value. So right now, the best time is if you're an employee right now, that's the best time to start. This year, 2025, at the end of the year, and then 2 years, let's say it takes you 3 years, but you're building the skills and building the business up to where you can be in that position to where you can be able to move into the business owner quadrant, move into the investor quadrant. Here's the ways to start. Again, set clear intentions, know your why and focus on it. Prioritize the big rocks, stay consistent, evaluate and adjust, take responsibility. Reflecting on different things on a daily and weekly basis is just reflection or assessing your current progress, identify challenges, celebrate wins, evaluate marketing, return on investment. Adjustment is prioritized for impact, optimize systems, experiment with strategies, stay adaptable, engage your audience. Action plans, weekly review, 90-day goals, accountability partners. These are all different things that we offer support into my community to help you with all of these different things that if you need support with and help. So I do appreciate today you kind of learning with me, paying attention with me on some of these different things. But as you go through my newsletters, you'll kind of see that I have different newsletters that you can learn from. I try to bring as much value as I possibly can. And when I created What's Your Passion, it is because we all have a passion. We all have something we want. There's always something we're trying to do. And whether it's, again, personal, business, whatever it is, I invite people to join my LinkedIn, my newsletters, my YouTube channel. And if you wouldn't mind supporting me in my journey, that I find that over the course of the next year to 2 years, my goal is to build other people's brands. If I can put my time and energy and effort into helping you learn all the different skills of business, sales, leadership, teamwork, and all the different areas, We find what you want first. Then we start strategically taking one step at a time to get you the confidence that you need to move to the next level. Thank you again. My name is Renee Manfrey. Please connect to me anywhere on LinkedIn, subscribe to my channels, whether it's YouTube, things of that nature. And I look forward to working with you, learning with you, growing with you. And let's really focus on 2025 and building relationship together so we can expand ourselves across the world and across the nation to help other people. Thank you and have a great day. Bye-bye.